Today, I am reviewing the Skytech Gaming King 95 gaming PC. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. If you have been waiting for a machine that can actually handle the most demanding titles without breaking a sweat, you might want to pay attention. I've been putting the Skytech King 95 through its paces for the last 2 weeks, and while it is an absolute powerhouse, there are a few things you need to know before you drop this much cash. You can check the link below the video if you want to see the current pricing or grab one for yourself, but let's dive into whether this build is actually worth the premium. The star of the show here is undoubtedly the combination of the Ryzen 7 9850X3D and that RTX 5070 Ti. In real-world testing, this machine is a monster. I spent a lot of time in Cyberpunk 2077 with path tracing enabled and Alan Wake 2 on high settings, and the frame rates were incredibly consistent. It is rare to find a pre-built that feels this responsive right out of the box. The 360mm liquid cooler is doing some serious heavy lifting. I monitored the temperatures during a 4-hour session of Black Myth Wukong, and the CPU stayed well within a comfortable range. You really do not have to worry about thermal throttling here, which is a major relief considering how much power these components pull. The King 95 case is the reason most people are looking at this specific model, and it does look fantastic on a desk. The glass panels provide a clean, panoramic view of your internals, and the cable management from Skytech is surprisingly tidy. They did a good job keeping the airflow path clear despite the aesthetics first design. I also appreciated that they kept the bloatware to an absolute minimum. It is refreshing to boot up a new PC and not have to spend an hour uninstalling junk software before you can even get to your Steam library. However, it is not all perfect. One of my biggest gripes is the Wi-Fi card. For a machine at this price point, being stuck with Wi-Fi 5 feels like a strange corner to cut. If you are a competitive gamer who relies on wireless, you are definitely going to want to plug this directly into your router or upgrade the card yourself, because you will notice the latency difference compared to modern Wi-Fi 6 or 7 standards. Also, while the included keyboard and mouse are a nice gesture, they're very entry-level. Think of them as emergency backups rather than gear you would actually want to use for long gaming sessions. Plan on using your own peripherals from day one. The port selection is functional, but it is a bit standard. You get your basics, but depending on the specific board version you receive, you might find yourself needing a USB hub if you have a lot of peripherals like flight sticks, streaming decks, or external drives. It is not a deal breaker, but it is something to keep in mind if you have a complex setup. This PC is really meant for someone who wants a high-end 1440p experience, or even a solid entry into 4K gaming without the headache of building it themselves. If you are a casual gamer who mostly plays Valorant or Counter-Strike, this is massive overkill. You would be spending a lot of money for performance you won't fully utilize. But if you are someone who wants to play the latest AAA releases at ultra settings with all the bells and whistles turned on, this is a very capable machine. Value-wise, you are paying a premium for the convenience of the assembly and the aesthetic of the King 95 chassis. You could technically build a similar spec for slightly less if you hunted for individual part sales, but you would be missing out on the 1-year parts and labor warranty and the professional assembly. For most people, that peace of mind is worth the extra cost. If you are looking for a reliable, high-performance desktop that is ready to go the moment you plug it in, this is a solid pick. Just remember to account for a better mouse and keyboard in your budget, and consider a wired connection if you want the best possible stability. You can find the links below the video to check the latest price and see if it is currently in stock. It is a powerful system that I have genuinely enjoyed using, and as long as you know its limitations, it is going to serve you very well for years to come.